What is going on, Rocket Lab investors? So we are currently at $9.70. In the aftermarket, we are down to $9.64. Still blown away by the fact that we are in the $9 range. I thought we were going to drop down, but it looks like we are going to stay here for a while. And I'm curious to know how long you think we're going to stay in the 9 range, or do you think we're going to start going down to the $8, $7? I personally want us to hit $5. I know that sounds odd because I'm invested into Rocket Lab, but I really want to buy at least 1,000 more shares, and that's just not going to be possible paying $9,000 for 1,000 shares. So that's great to see that we are still in this price, but we got some great news with Rocket Lab. So SG America's Security LLC bought a new position in shares of Rocket Lab. The institutional investor bought 122,346 shares, valued at approximately $1,190,000. That's awesome. That is great to see other investment firms believing in Rocket Lab, because I've got a position in Rocket Lab and it's very scary. I worry about it all the time, but this is a high risk, high reward stock. I thoroughly believe that even though we're at $9 right now, we've had an awesome run up from $5. I think eventually we're going to hit $20. That will probably come after Neutron, and then the next steps after that, we might be able to hit $30, but beyond $30, I don't think we're going to hit $50 without a constellation. I truly believe that. I don't think it's possible for us to hit $50 unless they start pulling in that big money, and the big money comes with the constellation. Nothing else. They could get Neutron, they could do a Neutron heavy, but the money is in essentially internet. That's what will bring them billions of dollars. So that's what I'm hoping will happen, and it's great to see that other investors kind of think that something's on the horizon. To spend $1 million on Rocket Lab, that can't be easy for them, considering that it's very risky. So they must have kind of the same thoughts. There's a lot of progress being made. There's going to be a catalyst soon. Maybe they'll score that $2 billion NASA contract. Who knows? But it also should be noted that there have been other people that have been buying Rocket Lab. So Vanguard Group increased its position of shares of Rocket Lab by 9.2% in the first quarter. Vanguard now owns 29 million shares worth $119 million, and they purchased another 2.4 million shares last quarter. And then ARK Investment Management LLC increased its holding in Rocket Lab by 6.6% in the second quarter, although we did have news recently that Cathie Wood did sell some shares in Rocket Lab. So that has to be noted. And then again in the second quarter, American Century Companies Inc. raised its position in Rocket Lab by 11.1% during the second quarter. They now own 2.8 million shares, valued at $13 million. I mean, this is just big numbers here. So that's definitely great to see others investing just like us. And then Sumitomo Mitsubishi Trust Holdings, I'm totally butchering that name, lifted its holdings in shares of Rocket Lab by 25.6% in the second quarter. They now own 2.1 million shares, valued at $10 million. And then Nikko Asset Management Americas grew its position by 15.7% in the first quarter. They own 1.6 million shares, valued at $6.9 million. So we're all small fish compared to them. I am trying to build a massive position, but obviously funds, I have limited funds. So this gives me faith that other people are putting up big money. And when you dive deep into it, these are probably small numbers for their funds, but regardless, it's still a lot of money. More and more companies are investing in Rocket Lab. That tells me they know something. That tells me they have faith in Rocket Lab, and that reassures me in my position. And that might be why we're staying in the $9 range. We're just getting more news. A lot of interviews are happening. Adam Spice was just on Bloomberg recently, so that brought a lot of attention, which attracts new investors. This is the kind of game that is played, getting your name out there, and Peter Beck and Adam Spice have been doing it. They've done a great job, and hopefully they can take us to the next level, because that will be very helpful if I could get a decent amount of money for my position. So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about other companies investing in this stock? Is it all too little? Is it a giant nothing burger, or do you really think this is a great thing to hear? I want to hear it, so please comment down below. It'll definitely help the channel, help the community. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. This video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a professional before making any financial investments.